Force Coningsby contributes an enormous amount to both the Typhoon Force but also to combat air more widely in the Royal Air Force. So for here we have both the Operational Conversion Unit, which is where the new pilots to the force learn their trade, as well as we have 3 frontline squadrons and also the Test and Evaluation Squadron for Typhoon here. So we really are at the very heart of the Typhoon Force, where Typhoon pilots first learn how to fly the aircraft on our Operational Conversion Unit, as well as moving on to the frontline units that we have here with 3 frontline squadrons. We also contribute to the wider Typhoon Force through our Test and Evaluation Squadron. But really, as part of the wider Combat Air Force, we are but one part of the mix between ourselves and also Lightning. Atlantic Trident is one of a series of trilateral exercises we've worked with our very valued partners, both the US Air Force and also the French Air Force. So we've had a series of these going on over a number of years now, which is all about improving our interoperability so that we can test and train in a demanding environment, so that when we get away on operations, as we have done with these partners on numerous occasions, everything is made so much easier and so much more effective.
11th Squadron is one of the frontline Typhoon squadrons here at RAF Coningsby. Its main roles include quick reaction alert in defence of UK airspace, and then all units are configured in the front line to have an expeditionary capability to go and deploy overseas in support of defence objectives wherever that might be around the world.
There's a huge amount of benefit of working with allies, not least for mission rehearsal for when we actually go away on operations themselves, but also all of us bring a different element to those operations themselves. We all have our inherent skills, our inherent differences as far as the capability that we bring, so we are very much more as a sum than our individual parts.
This airspace here, and we're expecting a tanker trap. So training together is really, really important because it helps us understand a common ground of the similarities between each of our respective air arms, as well as understand the strengths that each platform that we're bringing to the fight has, as well as then understanding each other's weaknesses and then how we together can help mitigate those, be that from a technological standpoint or from an operational standpoint in terms of what's the actual effect that we're looking to achieve. The RAF's participation for Atlantic Trident has been, it's had numerous factors that have meant that we're trying to do this from range. The predominant one being the implications of COVID and how we can mitigate the effect on UK population. So the decision was taken to conduct this exercise from an RAF perspective from range, so we're launching from Coningsby in support of exercise Atlantic Trident. That brings its own unique challenges. It means that we are less able to look and be involved with the planning conferences that were taking place last week and be there as in physical representation. We've had an extra reliance on technology, which is something that we could and will be expected to do more so in the future.
So COVID has affected us all and has affected us in a global sense. So each of the countries that are coming together for this operation have had to really adapt our processes and overcome some of the challenges of COVID to still make sure that we can gain the maximum benefit out of this training. So we're supporting this exercise from the UK. Now, not only does that enable us to show the reach that we have inherent within our capability, but it also allows us to work in a different way, where being able to operate, plan and execute from a very dispersed and wide location just shows the real qualities that we have within both our ability to operate at range, but also our ability to collaborate at range with our allies.
The shared history between the 3 nations of France, the United States and the United Kingdom is a massive advantage. It is founded in mutual understanding of kind of core values, and that goes all the way through to what is written in the NATO Charter about collective defence, and the defence of an attack on one is an attack on all. And that is absolutely understood by each of those key nation states, and the shared history that we have helps to reinforce those values that we share.
So the importance of working with our allies, and actually why we have done it for so very many years, is really obvious. We are much strengthened by this type of exercising, and also it is borne fruit when we deliver our operations away from home base across the world.